All right. All right, what's up, y'all? So, we're gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about the news because there has been a few things happening in Ramsland as of late, and we are gonna go ahead and take a look at it. You know, the Rams are dipping their toes in the trade market, possibly. You know, we'll see. I'll kind of give my thoughts on what I feel on the matter and what I believe the Rams should do. But and we also have some players coming back. You know, we have some of our rookies are going to be playing too. I'll get to that in a few seconds, in a little bit. But first, let's just go ahead. The first little rumor report for the Rams as the trade deadline approaches us is the Rams, as you can see on your screen, have inquired about Texans wide receiver Brandon Cooks. And I will give my thoughts on this in a little bit, but let's go ahead and get into this article. Rams fans are clamoring to trade for a pass rusher or offensive lineman, but it looks like the Rams might be eyeing Brandon Cooks, who played in Los Angeles from 2018 to 2019. Y'all remember Brandon, right? Brandon was, well, he was a good player. A lot of people would say he kind of underwhelmed for us a little bit. You know, I don't know if I would be one of those people. I like Brandon. I thought he played well for us in what he did. I did feel like I wish he could have done more. And I think mostly that was just a byproduct of well, offensive line issues and the fact we had Jared Goff as a quarterback and we just didn't really take a lot of deep shots. But you know, it's neither here nor there. I thought he played fine. Probably could have done a lot more, but apparently, the Rams are talking to Houston about him. So, what are they saying? Well, according to Aaron Wilson, KPRC2 in Houston, the Rams are among the teams that have inquired about Cooks and who could be traded before the November 1st deadline. That is important to remember. November 1st is the deadline. After that, we cannot trade no more. So the Rams, being very, very active in the trade market in recent years, it would stand to reason that they will probably perform a trade or attempt to perform a trade sometime soon. So we'll see. But apparently, the Packers and the Chiefs are two other teams that are talking about Brandon, you know, that are trying to get Brandon. And here's a quote here. There isn't, pardon me. Okay, that isn't from lack of interest. I need to learn how to read. Though, Cooks has been the subject of multiple trade inquiries, including the Green Bay Packers, Kansas City Chiefs, and the Rams. Nothing has advanced into anything that could be characterized as developing at this time, heading into Tuesday's deadline. Cooks was productive for the Rams in 2018. We traded a first rounder for him to New England in a deal with the Patriots, and he caught 80 passes, 1,204 yards, 5 touchdowns. He had some concussion issues, unfortunately, but which is seemed to be bothering him. Hopefully, he's kind of healthy now. I have not been following him, but I mean, with Van Jefferson back, the Rams do need deep threat, and even with him back, I mean, honestly, we need multiple deep threats, in my opinion. But with Van Jefferson coming back, because he is coming back, we now have at least a deep threat option. But the fact that they're looking at Brandon Cooks tells me that they do want to find players with the ability to go deep. I do believe in a perfect world, Sean wants to attack downfield more often than he has been. So, and we can go into why that hasn't been happening. Y'all already know. Okay, I have my opinions on that. I'm going to save that for another video, but because I don't want to get off in a tangent. But it does appear Sean is trying to upgrade our offense and trying to make our offense a little more explosive because we desperately need it. We desperately need it. And Brandon, the thing is, it's would I be upset if we got Brandon Cooks? Not really. I like Brandon. I think he could be used. I think he would be okay. I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't do it. I really wouldn't. And you have to. We already are running low on draft picks, and it's just I would have to see what Les is trying to give up for Brandon. But on its surface, I would have to say no. But that's just me. So, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see. This is a developing story. Wide receiver Brandon Cooks could be coming back to LA. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll keep our eye on this. But let's go ahead and transition, not so subtly, to another rumor report that the Rams are in the pass rush market, and we are in heavy on Brian Burns. So let's take a look at this. And the Rams have lacked a consistent pass rush this season. Oh yeah, that's putting it lightly, and which has led many to believe they'll make a move for an edge rusher soon. With the trade deadline around the corner, Jeremy Fowler from ESPN has revealed that the Rams are aggressively looking to acquire a pass rusher, and Brian Burns has been on the radar. Well, how about that? How about that? And this is what is what he said, pardon me. The Rams are lurking on the pass rush market. I'm told they were in heavy on Brian Burns. Could Les strike again? The wording is important here. I'm going to highlight this: lurking. He used the word lurking on the pass rush market, which kind of tells me that perhaps there may not be anything solid at this point. Lurking kind of insinuates that the Rams are kind of waiting around the waters, kind of pacing around teams, but I'm getting the impression no offers have been made. But I could be wrong. So, I mean, because there's lurking, but then they also said the Rams are aggressively looking to acquire a pass rusher. So you never know. It's just one of those things where we're just gonna have to wait and see. But Carolina is kind of having a bit of a fire sale, and it would stand to reason that they would try to get rid of as many players as they can to get more draft picks, and we could be the beneficiaries of that. Is he worth it? I don't know. I got to be honest. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. I don't know a whole lot about him, but Burns the teams have shown interest in him, and there are multiple reports that the Panthers turned down 2 first-round picks for Burns. Really? 2 first-round picks? Seems a bit hard for me to believe, but okay, let's keep going. The reports could be the Panthers trying to see if any teams will increase their offer for the talented edge rusher, or that they are sending a message to other teams that he's not available. And while it also should be them showing Burns how much they value him moving forward. And the Rams have been mentioned. So I don't know what to make of this. I think, they're trying to get the best deal. They say they turned down 2 first-round picks for Burns. I mean, I don't know, man. That could be them trying to get the best deal. I do not blame Carolina for it. So get your money, Carolina. Get your money. But I don't know if I would. He's definitely don't want to pay that price for him. But besides him, the Rams have mentioned in trade rumors involving guys. So the Rams have been mentioned in more trade rumors with pass rushers other than Carolina, and those rumors involve guys like Bradley Chubb from Denver, Robert Quinn. Remember Robert Quinn? And I believe he's in Chicago right now. And we've seen Leslie pull the trigger for an elite edge rusher last season with Von Miller. for a rental for like half a season, but I am not throwing shade because that trade got us a Super Bowl. So good on you, Les. Good on you, Les. Vaughn was only a rental for less than a season, but it all worked out because the mission was accomplished. So it all worked out. But could he do it again? We will see. But the Rams have only tallied 12 sacks, tied for seventh fewest in the NFL as of week 8. And only 2 of those have been by edge rushers. Ooh, that is terrible. That's terrible. Terrible, Cleveland Brown. That's terrible. Y'all? That's God. Are y'all sandbagging it? Leonard Floyd. Are you guys sandbagging it? Okay? Aaron Donald can't be doing it all by himself. Come on, man. Justin Hollins, Terrell Lewis, come on. Y'all better not be sandbagging. I'm telling you, y'all better not be sandbagging. We're going to get someone else in here. So, we'll see. We'll see. You know, there are a few people. I'm in this. So, my thoughts on the pass rusher, I would have to see how much Les wants to give up for any of these pass rushers that are on the market. And because I kind of don't feel like they're worth that much, any of them. I don't feel any of them are worth high value draft picks. And I don't think, personally, in my personal opinion, I do not think we should be giving up very much draft capital for any of these guys. Okay? Don't get desperate, Les. Okay? But you don't need me to tell you that. You know what you're doing. This is just merely my opinion. And well, like I said, just like with Brandon Cooks, this is a wait and see approach, so we'll see. But we're going to go ahead and end this video on some good news, all right? Because I like good news. I feel like it's something that, you know, it should always try to strive to get some good news, you know, because it's just something that we need. And well, Kyren Williams, Quentin Lake returned to practice. Can I get a woohoo? Okay. We finally get 2 of our most anticipated rookies from this year's draft class to the practice field. So this is something I'm very excited about for both of them. Both of them. So we're getting reinforcements back. Yes, we are. During the bye week, we got some people healthy, and a few of them came back to practice. Kyren Williams, Quentin Lake were back on the practice field on Wednesday. So today for the Rams. And as you can see, this is just a tweet here. Return to practice, defensive back Quentin Lake from UCLA. And return designated for return to practice, running back Kyren Williams. Kyren Williams suffered an ankle injury in week 1, and he was placed on injured reserve, okay? And when you're put on injured, and y'all know this, but I'm just saying, when you're put on injured reserve, you have to miss a minimum of 4 games, 4 weeks. That's a minimum, okay? It obviously could be more. And while still on injured reserve, his return to practice on Wednesday indicates that the Rams have 21 days to activate him to the roster now. Given the struggles to the running game he had to begin this season and the Rams looking to trade Cam Akers, Williams is expected to have a decent-sized role if he returns without any limitations. And I would certainly hope so. Sean McVay iterated earlier this week that the Notre Dame product was, quote, likely a week away from beginning his 21-day window. So his return on Wednesday is potentially a positive sign in his recovery process. Very good news. Very good news, because the struggle is real when it comes to the run game, and we need to get that fixed immediately. And, you know, there was a lot of my fellow YouTube brothers out there, Rams fans, who speak very highly of Kyren Williams, and they have gotten me super, super excited because he is someone I will admit I did not know much about during the draft, but a lot of people have vouched for him, and a lot of people have spoken highly of him, And when I watch his highlights, I can see why. He looks very, very solid. He looks very, very physical. I think he can be good for us to pick up those 1 to 2 yards on like a 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, possibly 4th and 1, 4th and inches, something like that. I feel like he would be good in that department. And what I believe Sean will utilize him more so for is his pass blocking. He was quite a good pass blocker in college, and Sean more than well, it's a safe bet. That is what Sean plans to do with him, because obviously we have some issues on the offensive line. But I do not need to get into that right now. But let's move on to Quentin Lake, who was placed on the PUP list at the start of training camp. And there haven't been many updates since then. And this is true. It's been kind of quiet regarding Quentin since then. But the 6th round rookie returned to practice and could indicate he's finally ready to make his season debut soon, which I'm very excited about. I've heard this guy's good too, man. He's from UCLA. I heard he was having a pretty good camp. You know, he's apparently he's a high IQ guy. The Rams very much value high IQ players, which I agree with. I think it's a very smart move to get players like that. It makes them a lot more versatile. They can learn the information a lot quicker, and they can retain it a lot quicker, which is good. That's what you want when you're building a team. So very, very excited to get these two back. Injuries are not fun to deal with, and I'm glad theirs is about cleaned up almost. Kyrene we'll see. He's going to be coming back soon, but he's in that 20-day window. So pretty much at any point, whenever the Rams feel like he's ready, we'll see him. So we'll see. We'll see. But that's pretty much it for now. I'm probably going to do a game prediction video for the San Francisco 49ers game. Very important game. So look out for that pretty soon. I'll probably do that tomorrow. I'll probably do it tomorrow. But yeah, it's almost time for round two. Round two for the San Francisco 49ers. But we are getting reinforcements back. And Les could be upgrading or attempting to bring someone new into the building. So some things to look out for, some things to kind of keep your one eye open on, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But all right, man, I'm gonna cut it off here, and thank y'all. By the way, appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy schedule to listen to me rant and rave about the Rams. This is fun. This is fun to do. So thank you. But this is gonna be it. I will catch you guys on the next one. And as always, go Rams.